Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I am going to try on, out of all the things I bought, I'm going to start off with trying and demoing the Westman Atelier products that I picked up. I will be demoing the Tower 28 mascara, the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, the Merit lipstick that I picked up, and because this is gonna be like an easy, no makeup, glowy kind of vibe, I'm going to test out the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize and Sunlit Glow that I picked up during the sale. Products that I'll be using that are not new will be my eyeliner, because I didn't pick up an eyeliner, so I'll be using the Chanel 522 eyeliner and my Benefit Gimme Brow in number 4, because I didn't pick up any brow products. So grab your coffee and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, am I filming in the middle of a potential category windstorm? Absolutely. My kid is sleeping, gotta maximize my time, So I'm gonna start off with the Westman Atelier, what are these called? Vital Skincare Complexion Drops. I picked up color Atelier 2. The packaging on this is absolutely stunning. It is tiny, so this is the box. And the box actually makes the product look smaller. It's almost like an optical illusion, and I think it's because of the border of the box makes it look smaller. But when you take out the product itself, you know, it's small, but it's 1 fluid ounce. It's still the standard size. So I'm going to apply this with my, I don't know if I want to do it with a beauty blender or my fingers. But because these are complexion drops and, you know, it's already supposed to be like low coverage, I'm just gonna do it with my fingers, which not my favorite. But I'm shaking it because this is like a clean beauty. There's no like silicones in here. So one of the first things it tells you is you have to shade this product well. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I guessed on my shade. Oh, look how cute. The top has that little heart that Westman Atelier has, and then you have this little squeezy bottle, and just so that you know, the top has that little heart as well. So I'm going to dispense 3 drops. I guessed on my color, you guys, because I've never tried any of her products. I have this acne scar here that I know that this is not going to cover up, and it says that this is best applied. Westman recommends that you apply it with your hands. For somebody with combination oily skin, you're probably thinking to yourself, why the heck would you pick this up? Well, because I heard that the skincare benefits on this is actually really, really nice. And so I decided, what the heck, let's go ahead and give it a try. So upon first application, you actually get a lot more coverage than I was expecting for complexion drops. I was kind of expecting for this to be with the same amount of coverage like my Chanel Water Fresh Tint foundation, but this has a much more coverage than that. It's nice. However, you do have to give it a chance to sink in to the skin. So before I set this, if I have to set it, I'm gonna give this about a minute to settle down, and we'll be back. Okay, I've given this foundation about a minute to settle in, and as you can see, it doesn't look as dewy as when I first applied it, but when I haven't put setting powder. When I touch it, it is dewy. You can see that my finger is shiny, but it looks very skin-like, very comfortable. It's not settling into my under eye ring. Like I have this wrinkle under my eye right here, so it's not settling in there yet. So far so good. I'm gonna forego bronzer because I wanna keep this as, you know, no makeup look as possible, right? So less is more. Before I set, I decided I'm just gonna go in with all of the cream products first, because once I set, that's gonna be a problem. So let's go ahead and start off. I'm gonna be using the Westman Atelier Petal set that I hauled during the Credo Beauty Friends and Family sale. And I'm gonna start off with the Baby Cheeks blush stick in Petal. And is that beautiful, huh? Let me swatch that on the back of my hand for you guys. All right, so I'm actually just going to apply this directly onto my cheeks and blend it out with my finger and see what happens. By the way, this packaging says on the top, you can see it has the Westman Atelier font. By the way, that noise that you're hearing, things are flying outside of my window because there is a very serious what do you call that, storm. The hurricane was Hurricane Nicole. It was a category 1, but now it's just very intense, you know, thunderstorm. Although we're under tornado watch warning, but here I am filming this video. That's fine, don't judge me. So I'm just patting this into my cheeks with my finger, and it blends well, but I feel like this takes way too much time. So I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender because no. I don't got that kind of time. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender straight onto the stick and pat that on my cheeks. Wow, I don't got that kind of time to be like blending forever and a day. So you can see it blends really nicely over the foundation. And I've heard these blushes actually dry down to a satin finish. So I want to put some on my nose. I have been digging the blush on the nose kind of look. So let's do that. This kind of foundation does not claim to be long wearing, so I don't expect this to last me a 12-hour day. So I expect for this to start wearing off probably at like the 6-hour mark, maybe less. Next, I'm gonna go in with the lit up stick in Petal. This is actually a new color, and which is the reason I purchased this set. I fell in love with the tone of this purple pink highlighter, and I just want you guys to see it in the bullet because it's absolutely stunning. Are you guys distracted by the noise that you hear in the background that sounds like the world is ending outside of my window? I'm from Florida. Like, I've always lived in Florida, and so this doesn't faze us. It's very normal. There's the swatch. You know what does get us all out of sorts, us Floridians here? When the weather drops below 60, we don't know what to do with ourselves. We lose our minds. That's when you should check up on us and be like, hey guys, like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Because we don't, like, our bodies have like a full shutdown. Like, we're not used to that kind of cold weather. So with this, I'm actually gonna go in with my finger because I'm not applying a lot. And I'm just gonna tap this first because I don't know how pigmented this is gonna be. and it is like a pink purple, which is a strange color to have for a highlight anyway. Okay, it's okay. It's not that pigmented. So let's go directly with the stick, shall we? All right. So just patting that in. Oh, that's pretty. So it's a very, very subtle, but you do get that really nice glowy highlight to the cheek. It does have like the slightest sheen. It's very slight. I may have taken that a little too high. I may have gotten it a little bit under my eye area, but it's fine. I'm gonna blend it out. So you see how there's just like, it's extra glowy compared to where the blush is. And as you can see, that foundation, it's minimal coverage, so you know, did not cover up a lot of my acne scars, which was expected. I didn't expect it to cover up anything, but I'm gonna tell you something, it does have a lot more coverage than I expected. So all right, now let's go ahead and try the Rare Beauty primer, because with the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, if you guys are not familiar with that product, you do need primer for that, otherwise it will crease. So I'm just gonna apply one dot because this seems to be pigmented, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Ooh, it does do a good job at neutralizing the veins on my eyelids. You guys, if you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys know I have these very dark green veins on my eyelids, so I always have to put like a primer that has some kind of you know, coverage to it, because otherwise there they go, shining bright like diamonds. Okay, let's go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. This is Sunlit Glow. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna swatch this for you guys, but I'm also going to compare this to the Bobbi Brown shadow stick that I picked up a couple months ago in the color Incandescent, because if I'm not mistaken, I think these are going to be very similar. So first let me swatch what is this called again? Sunlit Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. All right, I'm just gonna put this right here. So here we have Sunlit Glow. Let me build that up because I feel like that swatch was weak. All right, there we go. So it's very, very pretty. Again, very emollient, just like her normal Eyes to Mesmerize shades. Let's compare it to the Bobbi Brown Incandescent, shall we? I'm gonna swatch this literally right next to it. Okay, so here is Bobbi Brown Incandescent, and they are literally basically the same exact shade, except I feel like Incandescent is more pink. So it's versus Sunlit Glow is a little bit more gold. I don't know if the camera is gonna pick that up, but Incandescent is much more pink in tone, and this has much more gold. So if you have the Bobbi Brown Incandescent shadow stick, I don't think you need the Charlotte Tilbury one. So I'm gonna use my, what is this called? My Real Techniques 300 brush to apply this shade all over the lid. So if you're not familiar with Charlotte Tilbury's Eyes to Mesmerize, you really just need very little, and I would very lightly dip the brush into the shade. Yeah, would have been nice if I would have zoomed you in, right? So I'm just patting this onto the lid, and for reference, the Rare Beauty primer is not drying down to like a satin finish, and I'm not sure if that's due to the Westman Atelier Complexion drops that are not letting it do its thing. So here's just one layer of that, and it's just stunning. I'm gonna leave it that way. I love that. Oh, I'm so glad I picked up this color. Even though I have incandescent, I like the gold, the stronger gold shift in this is very nice. So I'm just very lightly blending that out with my Real Techniques 300 brush. Literally, that's what it's called. This one doesn't even have a name, does it? Oh yeah, it's called the Deluxe Crease Brush. And it's number 300, although I've said that 45 times that I feel like I'm speaking a little bit too low because my child is napping and I'm not trying to wake up the beast. So I just wanted you guys to know in case I get 1,000 questions in the comments about this brush. That's pretty. I like that. It's subtle, chic. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Now let's move on to eyeliner. I'm gonna put some eyeliner and some brow gel off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, so I messed up my eyeliner, and you know, I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. I tried to fix it. I couldn't fix it. I couldn't fix it. So I tried to make this one match. I tried to make it match the other one. Did my best. Okay. Remember when I told you guys that I was going to demo the Merit lipstick? I'm not, because I forgot that this set brings a Petal lip product. This is Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm in the color Petal. So, before we do all that, we have to set the face, and I have to put on mascara. So, I'm setting my face with my Bare Minerals, another clean brand product. I'm just using my mineral veil. This is the color Translucent, and I'm just gonna lightly pat that on. I feel like I should have set my face before putting on the eyeshadow primer and the eyeshadow, but oh well. Can you tell I am definitely not used to using cream products? I'm all out of sorts. I don't even know what order I need to be going in. So this definitely looks a lot better after being set, you guys. But even though I'm setting it, my actual skin still feels like very hydrated. And literally, I'm just patting this. I'm not using sweeping motions. Okay, we've set that. Let's leave the mascara for last. Let's put this liquid lip balm, and I'm gonna swatch it first in the color Petal. So here it is swatched. Definitely very cohesive with all of the colors that we're using today. Okay, so this says that this is a liquid lip balm. I've never used a liquid lip balm. I have used a lip balm, but not a liquid lip balm. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This doesn't feel like a lip balm. This feels like a lip oil without the very slippy feeling. It just have more of a thicker consistency to it. I hate lip oils that are like that, that are very slippy. No. Like the Merit ones are super slippy, and I don't like those. but I do like a lot of other products from Erin. I love their mascara, their eyebrow gel, their complexion stick. Okay, let's try this Tower 28 mascara that everybody's been raving about and I have been dying to try. So the first thing I want to show you is the wand on this. The wand on this is curved and it is plastic, and they will flex as you apply it onto the eyes. So this says that it's supposed to be a lengthening mascara, so honestly that's all I'm expecting from this, is just lengthening. I'm not expecting this to thicken out my lashes whatsoever, just to make them nice and long. I'm starting using the mascara with the wand this way, but now I'm gonna switch it up because I want to use as much product from this wand as possible to coat these lashes. All right, so upon first application, this mascara is not as wet as I would expect a new mascara to be. So you guys know when you open a new mascara, it's very wet, very slippy. No, you are not getting that with this. So let's go on and do the other eye. It's definitely lengthening, and this mascara upon first application is giving me very you know, natural makeup vibes. There's not a lot of thickening to it because, you know, it doesn't claim to do those things, but you know what I mean. There are lengthening mascaras that can be thick, and this is not it. I feel like it leaves your lashes, you know, looking very natural like. I wonder how well this is gonna build. So this is just a first impressions. I'll continue to use this mascara and update you guys on it because I will be testing this out and seeing how it performs when you build it up. I'm not gonna do that in this video because I just got mascara on my face, because this is like, you know, a very natural makeup look, and I don't think that it'll be very appropriate to do so. Okay, so I've literally coated all of my lashes. Packaging is very aesthetically pleasing. I do like this packaging, believe it or not. This is like a soft matte tube, and then everything that's in orange is glossy. All right, so this is the completed makeup look. And I really like it. It's very pretty. I look very, you know, put together, but not, you know, overly done. After I set it, my face feels perfectly fine. And I actually prefer the way that it feels once it's set, because when I went to apply my eyeliner, because I hadn't set it, I actually have to hold my skin. I've always had to do that to apply eyeliner. And I got smudges on my finger because the foundation is so dewy. So I would recommend that you set this before you apply, like, you know, your eyeshadow and all that jazz. But it feels good. It feels good. I'm gonna wear this for a little while. I had to zoom you guys out. And then I'm gonna wear this for a little while, and then I am going to update you guys on, you know, how this wore. You know, I'll do some close-ups. But I am gonna tell you right now, I really like the way that this liquid lip balm feels. It feels nice. And this bottle is glass, and for those of you who were wondering, and you know, all these caps say oh my gosh, all of the caps say Westman Atelier. So all of her sticks have that Westman Atelier writing on the top, which I think is really nice. Attention to detail. But the liquid balm also has Westman Atelier on the bottle. That's cute. All right, so I think this is a very easy makeup look, and I really like it. So I'll be back in a couple hours and let you know how this wears. All right, so I have hit the 4-hour mark, and the sun is starting to slightly peek in, and I thought this would be the perfect time to show you guys how this is worn. So as you can see, I did set it, and I think that that's the only way I would wear these complexion drops, is if I set it. My skin literally feels like I'm wearing nothing. It is very light coverage, so you can definitely see my scars peeking through. The liquid lip balm, this is the second time I apply it. It is definitely not long wear, so after I had it on for about an hour, I had to reapply. It doesn't matter. The liquid lip balm doesn't claim to be long lasting, but I kind of just wanted to let you know. It feels amazing on the lips. It doesn't have any kind of taste. This doesn't have any kind of fragrance, and none of these products that from Westman Atelier have any kind of fragrance. But just look at the eyeshadow, how well that has worn with the primer, and it has dried down to a satin finish. There is no creasing. There has been no creasing around the nose or anywhere else. There's a slight a little bit of creasing here, and that's just because I never could get my setting powder from Bare Minerals to right in this area. I didn't bring it up that high, but I feel like if I would have, there would have been absolutely no creasing there either. But I really do like the way this wears, and I think it's a very nice look for those easy no makeup looks where you don't necessarily want to, you know, do the whole full like 20-step makeup routine, you know. It is really nice. It's very comfortable, and I'm really excited to just keep testing this out. But this is the 4-hour mark, and it looks pretty good. Because of daylight savings, I'm going to try to do a 6, or I'm gonna think a 6. I don't think this is gonna last past 6 hours. I'm gonna be completely frank. I'm gonna do a 6-hour check-in, but it won't be with natural light. It'll be with that terrible, you know, bathroom light that is absolutely so unflattering. But I will give you a 6-hour check-in, just so that you guys can see how it's worn throughout the day. Now, the reason why I would set this and not wear it unless it's set is because it is a very dewy foundation, and it will not dry down to any kind of satin finish. I feel like the Water Fresh tint from Chanel does dry down and it doesn't stay dewy. This foundation actually stays dewy to the point where your hair will stick to your skin. I'm not doing that. We're not gonna do that. No. And then every time you touch your face, like it's like sticky. No. I'm not even gonna try that, because just thinking of the sensation gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right, so I will be back at the 6-hour mark. This is my 6 o'clock check-in, and this light is pretty terrible, but it is pitch black outside because it's daylight savings time, and so this is where we're at. So because I didn't set my eye area before putting on the primer and the eyeshadow, there is creasing. It's minimal, but you can see it right there in both eyes. But I think that if I were to have set it, it would have been perfect. Again, just, you know, kind of looks like skin. You can see my oils kind of coming through in the T-zone, but there really isn't any, you know, issues like around the nose. Mind you, I didn't build this up. Like the forehead is fine. I have this line that runs across like above the bridge of my nose, and no foundation has accumulated there. And usually it would if it's like not a very good foundation. But I'm pretty happy with this foundation. As long as you set it, you should be good and you can still reap the skincare benefits. I know that there are some people who don't really believe that you can get much skincare benefits when you're mixing it with like a makeup product. I don't know what camp you're in when it comes to that, but I have always used Bare Minerals, and I'm a hardcore believer that there can be some skincare benefits to certain products that you use, even though they're makeup. Because Bare Minerals, for the longest time, their original mineral foundation had so many different kind of benefits. It would just, you know, had SPF. It would help with like dark circles over time, right? And because I've been using them for over 15 years, and I've always, most of my life suffered with like acne scars, I can tell you that they do get rid of those acne scars just by wearing that foundation. So anyways, I have to say that I like the Westman Atelier Complexion drops. However, because they're much more expensive than my Chanel Water Fresh Tint foundation, which I feel like is comparable to this, my Chanel foundation, the Water Fresh Tint, I like the way that that looks and feels on the skin because I don't have to set that. So I actually have to wear, I remove one step because I don't have to set it. So I do prefer that, and it's cheaper than this foundation. It may not have as many skincare benefits, but I don't know. I think that my Water Fresh Tint Complexion wins over the Westman Atelier. I mean, I like this. I think it's great, and I'm gonna use it, but it is much more expensive than most foundations out there within that range, right? Because we're not going to compare this to a foundation that's high coverage or long wearing, because then you're just comparing apples to oranges. Comparing, you know, the Water Fresh Tint, which is a, you know, kind of, it's a tint and it provides little coverage, but it has like this cooling feeling on the skin, and it feels like you're giving your skin a drink of water. So I don't know, let me know what you think. Did you try this? Did you like it? Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I like these complexion drops, and the only issue I have is that for the price, I would not repurchase it unless, again, I'm getting like a 20% off discount on them, because I think that at 20% off, I think that that's a reasonable price to pay for this particular product, if that makes sense. That's just my personal opinion, because I have tried other foundations that I prefer over this, and that I think perform better on my specific skin tone, which is combination to oily, that I don't have to set. So as far as the blush sticks, the highlight, the eyeshadow, and the primer, I am so impressed by that. I really did enjoy the liquid lip tint, was nice. It only lasted an hour, but that's to be expected. But it was actually enjoyable. I really did like wearing that. As far as the highlight, I like how subtle it was without being like, you know, because it was a purple pink shade, so I was a little bit afraid of that. The blush actually dried down to a satin finish, so I feel like I can use that with all of my other foundations and, you know, not be afraid, because since most of my makeup products are powder, it's really tricky for me to incorporate a cream blush anywhere, because it'll either lift the powder products on the bottom, or I have to set it, or it just doesn't apply as well. So I do like the blush stick. I was very, very surprised. Now, as far as the Tower 28 mascara, as you can see, it did provide lots of length, no flaking, no smudging on the top, no transferring to the bottom. So far, so good. I do like the fact that it lengthens, but it also kind of gives you that fluttery effect, because sometimes with lengthening mascaras, they could leave your eyelashes spidery looking, and not really my vibe. So I really like this. I think it's perfect. I will continue to use it though, because I'm curious to see how this is going to build up and wear over time, right? Because we want to see how long that formula lasts, which is important, especially when it comes to tubing mascaras. So I will obviously update you guys you know, in a couple weeks as I use it more and stuff like that. You'll see me using it in other videos. But yeah, so far my favorite thing that I used in this video from the Westman Atelier line was the highlighting stick and the blush. I really am so happy I picked that up. And I'm super excited for the Charlotte Tilbury color. I really, really do like it. So I'll keep you posted. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if you're dizzy because I keep moving the camera, but I'm literally holding it. I'm holding it with one hand and my hand's getting tired. Okay? So, anyways, have a good night.